Alright, today I'll try and teach you about ANOVA. Um, Now, ANOVA is fairly simple to, or similar to regression. I'm not sure what the actual definition for an ANOVA is. It's chapter 5, but pretty much once again it's looking at relationships. So if we have a look here, I'll try and make this a bit bigger for you. The main thing that we're looking at is once again just a mini tab printout. And so this is off 2009 solutions again. And I'm just going to go through this so you understand everything. Okay, so pretty much here, this is against price, and it's analysis of variance for price. Okay, so what this is looking at is saying whether or not the average price depends on different variations for cover, whether the price depends on different variations for color, and whether or not price depends on variations of cover with variations of color. All right, so this is just like a double one. And as you can see, you don't really use any of this because you don't need to know degrees of freedom because it's what the p-values worked out for you. So once again, low p-values. So the null hypothesis is that there's no relationship. No relationship. So that's the null hypothesis. And so if you remember looking at this, a low p-value gives very strong evidence against the null hypothesis. So if it's low, it's got to go. Okay, so you can see here this is very low, which rejects the null hypothesis of no relationship, so there is a relationship. So looking at this one here, this one, color, I'll go cover first, we'll go down. Very strong evidence that the mean price depends on cover type. Once again, if something depends on something, it means that there's a relationship. And if you remember in the last video, I drew a graph, something like that. And if there's a slope, it means there's a relationship. Well, this one would again be price and cover. So this would be hard cover, this would be soft cover. So something like that. So there's a relationship, there's a slope there. So this is just, if it says depends, it means relationship. So mean price depends on cover type. And this is pretty much exactly the same for color, except you substitute color in. This is the only main difference here, the cover star color. And pretty much the p-values, they have the same thing. So slight evidence that difference in mean price between different types of cover depend on the level of color. So yeah, I'm not sure how to explain it, but you just got to figure it out or just copy it out. R squared, exactly the same as for regression, explains 24% of the variation. And yeah, that's pretty much ANOVA.